Hey there, this is Natalie, and today I wanted to try something a little bit weird. A lot of people have said they'd like me to do some ASMR content because they find some of my videos relaxing to listen to, especially the ones where I read out stories, like the Mushoku Tensei prequel Old Dragon's Tale. But those stories themselves are actually not relaxing at all. They're full of drama, action, and even tragedy. So I was wondering if, with a soft enough voice, anything could become soothing and calming to listen to. To test that out, I've picked out some excerpts of the hottest takes I could find in reviews from my anime list users of a series that's certainly one of my favourites, and if you watch my channel, is probably one of yours too. ReZero. Some of what I'll be reading is pretentious, some of it is salty, some of it is genuinely wrong, but I'm not going to argue with it or even point out where it's mistaken. I'm just going to read it out very softly and calmly, and then just leave it there. And I want you to let me know in the comments if you came away from this cursed ASMR content feeling relaxed or infuriated. If you like this style of content, please gently tap the like button. You know, don't smash the buttons today. That's far too violent for a relaxation video. And if it gets enough likes, I'll read some hot takes about some other shows in an ASMR voice too. Let me know which ones you'd like to hear about. And now, here's what you came for. Try to relax. Most of the show is stupid, and the rest is unremarkable. The fact that most discussions about the show are waifu wars also confirms it. When someone says that the show is great, just keep in mind that what they probably mean is, I liked one of the mates, the lolly, that half-elf. Even if the best part of the show is waifus, then it completely fails, since they're so bland and uninteresting. Seriously, no matter what you're looking for in a show, other shows do it better. If you want to see a good time travel related anime, then watch Steins Gate. If you want to watch a good transported to a fantasy world anime, well, tough luck. But other anime are still probably better than this one. However, if you are tired of actually good anime and have too much time to spare, or you are a masochist, then I still can't recommend this show. It would be too cruel. Recommending this show should actually be considered a criminal offence. Right now, the show is rated 8.77 on Mal, which is a complete disgrace. Originally, I rated this show 4. I did so because it was horrible, but I still watched it. Unfortunately, it committed the worst sin any show can commit. It became boring. I mean, it had horribly long, boring episodes before, but episodes 18 to 21 were so dull that it actually made me think that I'd rather go outside than watch this show, and that had never happened to me before when watching anything else. That's why I deducted 1 point, and once again, I'm surprised by the fact that so many people genuinely enjoy this show. I know that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but it's still a stupid opinion. Feeling relaxed yet? Well, it's time for the next one. The more I think about ReZero, the more infuriating it becomes. 2016's third monumental mainstream title is a sham. It shot for the stars, gave up halfway, and settled for fiery Venus. It had a lofty goal of delivering a message to the audience about their habits, but amidst the laughable, self-indulgent torture of its main character and neat-looking directing tricks, it was too scared to commit. It's the Last Jedi of anime, except even worse. Both start off harmless enough, but by the end divulge into a mess. Except I resent this show more for its sheer dishonesty, as opposed to just not having a backbone. They do still give Subaru the most painful wake-up call in recent years, but often through contrived means that are poorly resolved. The payoff of Subaru realizing his mistakes, adapting and improving, never hits, as even with his blood, sweat and tears, it's never truly earned. After the relentlessly awful gauntlet of middle episodes, after their insulting attempts at shaming Subaru through pathetic Aesops and punishments characters inflict that are contradictory to their nature, as well as one of the most horseshit plot ideas I've seen, with questionable existence-erasing gas. The show can't handle it anymore. After all of the headache it puts us through, it instead opts to play it as safe as all of the light novels it went against. It's all part of this ridiculous cycle where it punishes and tortures Subaru, and therefore the audience by proxy, and then handsomely rewards them with more waifus and cool shit, with the sole purpose of the pattern beginning once again for 3 arcs in a row. It's especially insufferable in this third arc, given that this is where it pretends like this is the last straw for Subaru and employs all of these fake lessons, developments and trials before actively undercutting all of that once again. No wonder nothing feels earned. No wonder the Aesops and lessons the show pile drives into Subaru's skull in this arc in particular are so offensively fake. No wonder I feel ripped off. This show is one of the most dishonest anime I've ever seen. How are those relaxation levels doing now? Here's your next one. I think ReZero shows a glaring flaw in this kind of entertainment. A lot of anime can often feel shallow to me. I'm usually unable to pinpoint why exactly I'm having trouble connecting to these characters, especially since animation is a medium in which I connect to characters more due to their overt expressiveness. I often ponder this question without ever coming up with an answer. However, I feel like I can finally describe it in maybe an overly simplistic way. Anime is the only medium in which I hear the term best girl being thrown around. It's the only kind of entertainment where the quality of one and only one sex matters over a lot of significantly more important things for many people. It's this kind of strange shallowness that's pandered to relentlessly, since the industry knows the kind of demographic it's attempting to appeal to, that keeps it from being taken seriously by a lot of people. It's a show like ReZero that stretches my ability to consider this as anything but an elaborate ruse to have me spend money because I thought some cartoon girl was pretty and had a cute blush and a childish voice. It appeals to this basic instinct and doesn't rely on its ability to tell a story. People get bored of watching the same shit, even if that same narrative shit is secondary to how attractive the characters are. So when they see something like this, which has objective narrative issues, but at least conveys a different kind of mindset, they may view it as something more, especially since it's still delivering a barrage of girls acting in a way only anime girls can act. Regardless of whether you think this is an issue or not, I feel like it's a topic that's worth discussing. So why is subversion needed? To create entertainment that isn't a slave to an industry, you need subversion because it undermines the power of an established kind of media structure. However, do not confuse subversion with self-awareness or just unexpected outcomes. Being unexpected is simply what a story needs if you want it to be engaging. You need to keep things unpredictable to a certain extent if you want to keep the viewers engaged. ReZero is far from the narrative masterpiece that many people believe it to be. It is, however, a show that tries to defy conventions while still ticking off every checkbox of its cliched genre. It's something we've seen many times before, yet it plays with just a few differences that make it something worth remembering just a little. It's not something I overtly enjoyed, however. I will say that I remember my time watching ReZero. I wish I had more positives to say about the show that was the craze of 2016. However, I also wish it left me with a more positive impression. I don't think I'll forget ReZero, but I can't really tell why. It's a piece of entertainment that feels remade countless times, repackaged into different archetypes, rewritten for different generations, but ultimately remains uninspired. And finally, here's the conclusion one reviewer reached after writing a very long essay in their own My Anime List review. Sometimes, when I think about the time I wasted watching and thinking about this dreadful anime, I wonder if I would like to have the return by death ability myself. If only so I could kill myself and reclaim that lost time and blissful ignorance. But honestly speaking, knowing that a show this offensive and terrible exists serves as a great benchmark and makes me appreciate the ones I like even more. And I think that should be enough for this first session of Anime Hot Take ASMR. Are you feeling good after that? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you to my supporters on Patreon and to everyone who supports my channel by subscribing and watching my videos. Thank you for watching this especially cursed one, and I hope to see you again very soon.